Hey, house guests, welcome to today's Big Brother 26 updates and spoilers. I was about to say digital dailies. Oh no. Our house guest of the day is George Lane the Fourth. Gio Epe, thank you so much for the support over the years. You are amazing and we appreciate it so much. So thank you again. And if you guys want to be house guest of the day like George, check out our Patreon link in the info box below. You may have noticed this beautiful hat that I'm wearing today. My mom literally just finished making this. She started yesterday. She was inspired by T-Core and all of her beautiful hats. So my mom made this one and I'm like freaking obsessed with it. And I can't believe she's letting me wear this right now. Like debut wearing it. Oh, it's gorgeous. So pretty. So yes, love it. It looks like a flower crown and I'm obsessed with it. Before we get us started, I also want to say happy Olympics. I'm so freaking pumped that it's finally time for the Summer Olympics. It's going to be very hard to divide my attention between the Olympics and this. So I'm going to do my best. I'm really worried that I'm not going to be sleeping much for like 2 weeks, but we'll see how it goes. And also, before we get started, if you are still wanting to get the live feeds to watch this season, we have a link below to get them. And if you use our link, we do get a little bit of a kickback, which helps us to continue making our videos and doing our live streams. So we appreciate it. All right, let's get started. So last night, Chemo, Kenney, and Matt were all on the block. We saw Chemo won the first BBAI arena competition of the season. Yay! It was so exciting. I mean, people were freaking pumped, and for good reason. The hat is everything. My mom did such a good job. So then it was Kenney versus Matt up on the block. Matt was evicted by a vote of 8-3. Angela was freaking thrilled. She could not contain her excitement. And the 3 votes for Matt to stay were Mackenzie, Leah, and Lisa. We also saw that Cedric and Chelsea's punishments are over, so they were pretty psyched about that. And then there was no HOH competition on last night's episode. We have to wait until Sunday to see it all play out. But don't worry, we know who the HOH is now, and we're going to get there in a minute. So the feeds came back before they did the HOH competition, and everyone was still pumped for Chemo's AI Arena competition win. And turns out he did hear the crowd cheering him as well. So, oh my God, I love that. And it was so sweet hearing him talk about that because you could just tell he was like so touched by it. And you just love to see a super fan like in all their glory playing the game, right? So I'm very happy that he was able to experience that. And I hope that this is just one of many competition wins for him. So Chelsea and T-Core were chatting, and Chelsea's really hoping that one of them will win HOH. And it's funny because she had previously told us that she's planning on throwing this HOH competition. So she's just playing it up for other people like, yeah, we got to win this. Let's go. So Chelsea also said she would physically go crazy in a bad way if Lisa were to win HOH because Chelsea cannot stand Lisa. She thinks she's lying about being a chef. She just doesn't trust her in general. Chelsea also mentions that Mackenzie said she's going to try and do better at talking to people. And Chelsea's like, you know what? Maybe she should have been doing that this whole time, not just now because her guy is gone, right? So anyway, T-Core checks in with Leah. She wants to make sure Leah's okay because she was pretty close to Matt, right? She was in that romance alliance. Everybody knew about it. They didn't know like the name or anything, but they knew they were together. So Leah's like, yeah, not to sound cold, but out of sight, out of mind. She says it's going to hit her more when they wake up the next day and Matt is not there with everybody. So Leah was really defending her vote to keep Matt in this conversation. She was like, I want to keep my integrity. And if this game, requires for me to be some big bad wolf or a narcissist or like a cold-hearted person, she says it's not worth it to me. It's freaking Big Brother. You can be a cold-hearted person. You can. But she says she doesn't want to do that. So yeah, Leah definitely sealed the deal in people's minds that she was working with Matt and Mackenzie by voting for Matt to stay, but also Lisa. And we talked about this yesterday, that Lisa is trying to get something going with Leah, but I don't know that Leah actually wants that. She might just be going along with it, but it is now making people think that Lisa is involved in that group as well because Lisa voted with them. So this puts a target on Leah's back. But Leah's like, I'm just happy that I made it onto the show. I made it past week 1, and she says that is a victory in itself. And even if I only sell one pair of underwear from being on this show, it'll all be worth it for me. Please don't tell me you just came on this show to sell your freaking underwear. Don't disappoint us. Leah had such a promising first week, and now, like, I don't know. I just don't know. I don't know if she's going to be good, but we'll see. So Leah also mentioned that she would like to see Angela go next. We saw at the end of last night's episode, her and Mackenzie being like, Matt, we're going to avenge you. We're getting Angela out of here. We'll see if everybody else feels the same way. Okay, so then Mackenzie and Rubina were chatting, and Mackenzie is, of course, sad for Matt that he's gone now. But she says she had a feeling that he was going home. Did she, though? Because she looked a little bit surprised. She looked pretty surprised. So Mackenzie's like, I hope people are still going to talk to me. Why don't you go talk to them? You can initiate conversations with people. But she said she was kind of staying away from people because, of course, everyone associated her with Matt. So she was like, I'm just going to put that on ice until this whole situation resolves. You know, either he leaves and then I play my own game, or he stays and whatever, we move forward together. So she wasn't really approaching people to talk because she was nervous that they wouldn't want to talk to her because they'd think whatever I tell Mackenzie is going to get back to Matt. So she's kind of free of that now. Mackenzie says she loves Matt as a person. And she says if they met outside of this game, things would be different. But she told him that she did not want a showmance. She wants to play this game, right? And she also says she wants to win HOH. We'll see. Okay. So then after this conversation, Angela sees Rubina, who was just talking to Mackenzie. And Angela's like, I saw you talking to Mackenzie. Is there anything that I should be worried about? Oh my God, she's so paranoid. Stop. Obviously, Mackenzie's going to be coming after you. You just took out her freaking boy, right? Her future showmance. So yeah, I think it's safe to say Mackenzie would be targeting you. But Rubina's like, no, it's too early to tell. Like, who knows? Rubina. So then the feeds go down for the HOH competition. I'm not sure what it was exactly, but I know it was some sort of like quiz question one. And apparently like 8 people went out on one question. What? So yeah, I'm sure a lot of people were throwing this one too, because it's tough to be HOH so early on in the game. You got to get blood on your hands. But it turns out Chelsea won HOH. She is our new HOH. So that is yet another competition won by a woman. Oh my goodness. Equitable comps. Very exciting. So Chelsea talks to the cameras alone and she's like, I wasn't trying to win this. I did not want to win this. I didn't need to win this. And I don't know how this is all going to go down. I'm not sure what I'm going to do. She says there's only one person on her list that needs to go up. And it's the person with the pink hair who's faking that they're a chef. Oh, damn. Okay, so she like really does not like Lisa. Yeah, she's going to be targeting her. Wild. So in other news, we also have some new have-nots for the week, and they are Lisa, Rubina, Leah, and Mackenzie. So I believe the outgoing have-nots got to choose the new have-nots, and some of these ladies volunteered, some did not. I believe Tucker picked Lisa. You know, he's in heaven right now. All of his dreams are coming true, that he was able to be like, you're a have-not, Lisa. Tucker just, oh my God, him and Chelsea are really bonding over how much they dislike Lisa. But yeah, Tucker did offer to help cook the slap since he is also a chef, and he was a have-not last week, so he knows all the tricks now to make it taste good. And I'm sure part of that was him being like, oh, Lisa, you're going to have to come to me to find out how to do a good job with this. But Lisa's like, oh, I love the chef to chef banter. Like, I think it's so fun. And I'm up for the challenge to like make this taste good. Right. But yeah, the girls were hyping themselves up, saying they're gonna have so much fun together in the have not room. They're jumping on the beds. They're saying it's not that bad. Good luck, ladies. I think it's gonna be rough. But anyway, later in the have not room, Lisa was alone and she starts cleansing the room with her moon water that she like charged up the other night. That's fine. You know, she's saying she's clearing out the energy of the former have nots, getting it all ready for the new ones. Okay, that's cool. Like we're with it. But then she went around and put essential oil on all of the have not pillows. Did she ask their permission first? I think that's kind of a lot to just like put something on somebody's pillow. What if you don't like that scent? What if you're like allergic to that or if it bothers you? Like it's kind of a lot. I think that's a little rude. And we've seen her do things like that with the glitter too, the edible glitter, putting it on people's food before asking them. So I know she's like a vibe curator, but some people don't want that vibe. So anyway, let's check in with Kenney. You may be wondering, how is Kenney handling the eviction of his son Matt? Not well. It reminds me of the Dorinda Medley quote. Not good, bitch. Kenney's like, how did they flip that vote? Stop. Okay, so like, does he actually think that everyone was gonna vote him out, and then at the last second they flipped and decided to vote Matt out? Because like, stop. He's the new Fessy too, who flipped. He was actually upset that he stayed and that Matt left. Not upset that you stayed. Oh my God. Why is he here? Why is he on this show? Because he clearly does not really care that much. He should not have been put on this show. So, anyway, later, Chelsea and T-Core are having a game chat. And Chelsea says, guess what? Kenney asked me to put him up on the block because he wants to go. It's just so annoying to me. Like, you should not be on the show. No. So T-Core is asking Chelsea, are you going to follow through with that? Are you going to put Kenney up on the block? And she's kind of nervous. Like, is that really the best move? Because she feels like Lisa, Mackenzie, and Leah are very clearly a trio, right? They all voted together for Matt to stay. They're clearly working together, which is funny because Lisa is not really working with Mackenzie, but she is trying to get something going with Leah. And Chelsea and T-Core agree, like, those girls do not really talk game with us. So they're not feeling great about them. Chelsea is also saying she would love to flush out the upgrade powers this week, right? Get those out of the way, get rid of them. And she suspects at this point that Lisa and Mackenzie have the powers. Now, she's right about Mackenzie for sure. Mackenzie has the America's veto power, but Lisa does not, right? Quinn has the other power. But it is pretty widely believed throughout the house that Lisa has the other one. So Lisa is Chelsea's number one target. I think even if the rumor wasn't out there about Lisa having the power, she would still be Chelsea's target because Chelsea just, I think on a personal level, she cannot stand Lisa. Lisa's kind of a lot. She's a bit of a know-it-all. So yeah, Lisa's her number one target. Chelsea also discussed nominations with Cedric and Cam. She is super close with those two, right? They have their core alliance. And just like she was saying to T-Core, like Lisa, Mackenzie, and Leah, they're all in the mix. They're all possibilities to go up on the block. But Kenney and possibly even Angela are also contenders. Angela is expecting to go up at this point, right? She made a big splash last week. So there's a good chance that she's going up. But Chelsea is really worried about Lisa potentially winning the power of veto and slipping through her fingers, right? We saw Lisa win the veto last week. She can definitely do it again. So Chelsea does not want to miss if she's going to try and take that shot. So eventually, Chelsea did get her HOH room. It was like after 1 a.m. Big Brother time, which means it was like 4 a.m. here. So no, I did not see it. And I didn't see anybody clip this video, so I did not get to see it play out. Hopefully we'll see it on the show. They're kind of iffy about whether or not they show HOH room reveals, so we'll see. But she got a nice letter from her parents, which is awesome. And then there were some late night activities, lots of conversations late last night. Like people were up late. So Mackenzie had a one-on-one with Chelsea. And Mackenzie admits she's feeling relieved in a way that Matt is gone because now she can really play her own game. It's not like she's attached to him anymore. People don't have to be worried about talking to her. And she also expresses that she's hoping the barbershop alliance can still be a thing. Girl, I don't think that was a thing in the first place. I think that is dead and buried. But Chelsea's like, yeah, I think we could maybe get that back together. So Mackenzie also spilled that she has one of the upgrade powers. Ugh. She decided she's going to tell Chelsea about it. So she's like, I don't want to use it on anyone but myself. That's why I did not use it on Matt. She shares what the power does. It's America's veto. So she's able to veto a nomination, right? Including herself. But then America is picking the replacement nominee. So Mackenzie did say she's worried if she does use it, that America is going to try and pull some funny business, right? And like put someone close to her up on the block. Yeah, I mean, the live feeders 100% would put up one of Mackenzie's allies for sure to mess with her. However, I don't know if the live feed votes would overpower the casual votes because I feel like the casuals 100% would vote for Angela to go up on the block. Angela is the casual votes number one target. So it would be interesting to see what would happen if she did actually use her power. But I'm wondering, like, is Chelsea going to leave Mackenzie off the block now that she fessed up about her power? It seems like Mackenzie is a little bit lower on the target list now because Chelsea knows what the power is. And I don't think she wants to mess with that at this point. So yeah, Quinn and Leah also had a late night one-on-one chat last night. This was very flirty. And I feel like Quinn was playing it fast and loose with the information last night. I think he's like really catching feelings for Leah. And Leah, I think, is like interested in him, but also she's working these guys, right? Her flirt game is very strong, and there's nothing wrong with that. It's honestly very interesting to watch a player like that who's actually good at it. So she's working it. But Quinn lets Leah know, hey, you got to be careful because you voted against the majority this week, right? I know you're friends with Matt, and that's fine. Like, everybody gets that. But people will use that against you, as a reason to get you up on the block and to target you. And Quinn tells her, I want you to be here. I'm willing to stick out my neck for you. And they talk, whatever. There was this really funny bit where like Leah had spoons in the sleeves of her shirt. And then I was going to say Cedric. Quinn was holding the spoons like he was holding her hands. That was a lot of fun. But they decide they're going to make a final two deal. But like, honestly, throw it on both of their piles because I feel like both of them have multiple final two deals already. I don't know where this one actually ranks. I do feel like they are vibing a bit, but I don't know how serious they are. I think Quinn is much more serious about Leah than she is about him. So be careful, Quinn. Yeah. So then this morning, Leah was all fired up in the have-not room, right? And she's pissed because now she's hearing that people are looking at her as a target just because she voted to keep Matt. I wonder where she heard that. She didn't reveal her source to everyone, but we know it was Gwen. So yeah, she's like, I'm ready to play the game. Let's go. Like, I'm going to do what I need to do, blah, blah, blah. Okay. So we'll see what happens there. Meanwhile, Chelsea is trying to solidify her nominations. She is still planning on targeting Lisa. Lisa has no idea. Like the night before, all the have not ladies were like hanging out and chatting. And Lisa was like, I don't think there's any way that Chelsea is going to put up any of the have nots. About that. She also just doesn't seem to realize how much of a target she is for a lot of people. Yeah, Lisa, Mackenzie, Leah, they all seem to assume that Angela will be the target this week. Wake up, girlies. Okay. So back to Chelsea. She's targeting Lisa. She's thinking about putting Kenney and Angela up on the block next to her. Kenney would be the secondary target if she can't get Lisa, not Angela. I know a lot of people would be like, we need to vote her out, but Chelsea would rather see Kenney leave than Angela. I would agree. I would rather see Angela stay and be messy than have Kenney stay and basically add nothing. Because, like, what is he actually doing besides saying he wants to go home? That's not exciting. So Chelsea was also saying if the POV is used, maybe Mackenzie goes up on the block. Now she knows about Mackenzie's power, and she knows that Mackenzie would be able to pull herself down. So she would be flushing that power out if that were the case. She has not told anyone yet, though, that she knows about Mackenzie's power. So she's keeping that on the down low. Interesting. So at one point, when Chelsea was discussing the nominations with some of her allies, Angela comes into the room to make a pitch. Oh my goodness. And Angela's like, look, I know I'm an easy option to put up. I get it. But I can't promise you that I'm going to be on my best behavior if I go up on the block. Oh my God, she says, sometimes my emotions get the best of me. We've seen it. We know. We get it. So she did also make a point of saying, like, I would never go off on someone I truly love and care about. I don't believe that. I also feel like she could kind of find a loophole in that and be like, I don't care about this person anymore, so I'm going to go off on them. Yeah. So Angela says, I would love to stay. Maybe you should put up the people with the upgrade powers, right? Get rid of those. So she basically implies like Lisa is one of them, even though Angela knows that Quinn has one. She doesn't mention Quinn at all, but she's like implying Lisa. And then she also says, I'm sure MJ's told you that she has a power. Now, I don't know that Angela has actually been told about Mackenzie's power, or if she's just like figuring it out, but she throws that out there. Also, I just have to say, Angela basically threatening that she's not going to be on her best behavior. Is that any different than Matt making threats? I don't know. It seems like a lot. But anyway, Lisa has a one-on-one chat with Chelsea. And oh my God, this starts off with Lisa being like, oh, Chelsea, I'm so happy you won. Like, I can't wait to see what kind of tone you set this week. Oh, she's got no clue. She does not know what's coming. So Chelsea in this conversation is basically asking Lisa to own up and tell her, like, do you have a power? And Lisa is denying it, saying she doesn't have it. I've been truthful this whole time, blah, blah, blah. And she is telling the truth about not having a power. She does not have a power. But Chelsea was also like, you know, if the people that do have powers come forward, maybe I leave them alone and don't put them up because I don't want them like using said powers. But again, Lisa's like, I don't have a power. I don't know what to tell you. So eventually Lisa asks where she stands with Chelsea, and Chelsea's like, well, we haven't really talked any game. So you are a consideration to go up on the block. And I think in that moment, Lisa's butthole tightened up. But Chelsea says, you are not a target for me. That's a lie. Lisa is Chelsea's number one target. But Lisa says, all right, I'm not going to beg, but please don't put me up on the block. If you don't put me up and I win the veto, I will do whatever you want with it. Like, I'll do whatever you want this week, but just please don't put me on the block. We'll see. Okay. Angela had another chat with Chelsea. This time it was just the two of them together. And Angela's like, real quick, I just want to say, if you are planning on putting me up on the block this week, please just do it right away so that I will have 2 chances to save myself. So she means like she'll be able to play for the veto, and she will also be able to play in the AI arena comp if she doesn't win the veto. So she was like, yeah, of course, if you don't want to put me up, then that's amazing. Don't put me up. But again, if you are going to put me up, just do it right away. Give me that chance. So Chelsea lets Angela know, even if I do put you up on the block, I do not want you to leave. So like go out there, win one of those competitions. She does not see Angela as a huge threat to her game at this point. So she has no reason to do other people's dirty work. So that's where we're at. Nominations should be happening at some point today. It was up on the screen. And as of now, it looks like Lisa, Kenney, and Angela will be going up on the block. Again, Lisa is Chelsea's #1 target. Woo boy. So check back later. I will put the nominations in the description for this stream. So now I want to thank our super chatters so much. Let's get it. Okay. Shane Wright, thank you so much. We really appreciate it. Austin Thomas, thank you for the super chat. Austin says, thank you both for everything you do. I've been watching y'all for, can you tell I'm not from the South? I've been watching y'all for years now. I enjoy the spoilers and the vlogs as well. I'm going to apply for a BB next year. Woo! Thank you so much for watching over the years. And I hope you make it on the show. That would be so fun. Imagine like someone from our little community, making it onto the show. That'd be a blast. And we would all root for you. Thank you again, Austin. Mary Ellen L., thank you so much as always. You are always so generous to us, and we appreciate it. Anita Nestler, oh my goodness. Thank you for the super-sized super chat. And this is her 5th super on a live stream. You are amazing. Thank you so much. How do we say this name? Is it Girados? I hope I said your name right. I'm so sorry if I did not. But they said, legit bawled my eyes out when Chemo won BBAI last night. I know, it was so nice. As a gay man, his win against the alpha males and the house's excitement meant a lot. Much love. It really was a touching moment because you could just see how happy, like how genuinely happy everyone was for him, except for maybe like Kenney and Matt, and Mackenzie, whatever. But other than that, everybody seems so happy for Chemo, and he was just such a deserving winner. So it was really nice to see. And like I said earlier, hopefully that's just the first of many. And yeah, we just love to see it. So I'm glad that you were able to enjoy that last night. Benjamin, thank you so much for the super chat. Benjamin says, using Angela as a pawn makes no sense for her. The vote could easily flip on her, especially with the AI arena. I know, I would be nervous about putting Angela up on the block for that very reason. If you truly don't want her to go, you might not want to risk her being up on the block in first place. However, if she's up there already and Mackenzie does find herself on the block and uses the veto, and then America can't vote for Angela, right? So somebody else would have to go up, but I keep getting hair in my mouth. It's really annoying. Yeah, I would worry about Angela being up on the block because we've seen what Angela is like in power. Can you imagine what she's going to be like when she's on the block? Disaster. So it might, make people go, I can't deal with this anymore. I need to just vote her out while she's up there. But yeah, I definitely see what you're saying, Benjamin. Caleb, thank you so much for the super chat. Very, very sweet of you. So that brings us to the end of our stream today. Who are the noms? They haven't done the nominees yet, but it's looking like it's going to be Lisa, Kenney, and Angela. So we'll see what happens. But thank you all so much for being here. We will be back tomorrow for another one.
Did you just do a 360 on the hat? Somebody wanted to see
what
the back looks like.
Oh, it's so pretty. Yes, 360 on the hat. I'll even take it off so you guys can see. Oh, my hair is terrible right now. Look at how beautiful that is. She did such a good job. I feel like it looks like a flower crown or like a coral reef. Like it's so, so pretty.
Thank you.
Well done, mother.
Thank you.
So thank you all. Oh, the CAC16, thank you so much for the super chat. Yay. I got to fix this because it's a disaster now. I just got out of the shower not long ago. Trust me, this is wet hair, not greasy hair. But thank you all so much. Yes, my mom made this because of T-Core. So very fun inspiration. Thanks again, everybody. And until tomorrow, much love. Oh, bark, bark. Good night.